Today I'm going to be finishing up this biker as much as I can. The parts showed up for it. With the new piston. I just finished setting the ring end gap. I don't know if you can see that. Gasket kits are here. All the Honda parts are here. New Russell brake hoses here. So we're going to keep plugging away at this bike. Okay, you'll see I've got a rag down in the crankcase. That's so when I put this little circlip in the piston, if for some reason it got away on you, it can't go down in the engine. That happened to me when I was a teenager, and it was a nightmare finding it and getting it out of there. So we're going to go ahead and put this together with a little bit of two-stroke oil. Make sure the arrow is to the exhaust. So I've got the circlips in. You want to make sure their ends are either at 12 o'clock or 6 o'clock. If they're over in here where this little notch is, they can wing out and then you seize your engine. I've got the piston and the cylinder with a bit of two-stroke oil on it. You got to be careful when you put the cylinder on. There's a locating pin right here that stops the ring from moving. So as it goes together, you got to make sure that it's exactly the right spot so you don't pinch your ring. So I'm confident now that the ring is in right. I'm going to bolt the cylinder down. So when I originally took this apart, this little collar was missing. You can see that there on this part here, so it's quite sloppy. Thankfully I could still get one from Honda. Nice and tight now, and that pulls open. It'll pull the power valve all the way open. So when I bought this bike, there were no exhaust springs left at all. So I've got 2 new springs, a new seal, and a new gasket. Carbo hooked up. Slide works good. I've got the 3-place set. I've been working away at the cooling system here. I've got the Chinese radiators on. They fit pretty good. The only thing I noticed is the diameter here is a little bigger, so it makes it a little tougher to get the hose over. I've got all the hoses shined up, all the clamps cleaned up. I did replace one clamp that was rusty. So I'm going to go ahead and put some coolant in this. Make sure I got no leaks before I move on. While I'm waiting on to see if anything leaks, I'm probably going to start bleeding brakes. Okay, I'm going to put this exhaust pipe on. Now the paint's good and hard. I did put some silicone in there to help seal it. I've got a pair of nice clean new gloves so I don't get any fingerprints, because this black paint's kind of tough to keep looking nice very long. Getting springs on can be kind of tough sometimes, but I've got this spring pulling tool which I really like using. It makes it a lot easier. So there you have it. The exhaust system is done, looking minty. Now we get to move on to the money shot. We can start putting plastic on. So if you hung around long enough in this video, you're going to get to see the bike really come together. There's been so much work on this bike. This is the 13th episode, and the reason I've tried to do this series was so that people get an idea just what is involved if you say you're going to fix up an old bike. Because I can tell you from personal experience, it is not cheap and it is not easy. So I kind of want to give people a feel what's involved to fix up one of these old bikes. So if you've hung around to the end, congratulations. We'll get to see how this bike's going to turn out. So I guess that's going to be it for now. It's we got a snowstorm coming in, so I won't be getting to ride this thing for a while, probably a couple months yet. One part I did buy, but I haven't installed yet. I bought a UFO disc guard that did not fit, but Fort9CA was pretty good about it. They're going to take it back. They're not exactly sure why, but the 2 bolt holes are the wrong spacing. So ordered an original one from Honda. It's going to take a couple weeks to come in. But the bike's basically ready to go. It's got oil and coolant in it. Just needs a splash of fuel and I can kick it over and try it out. Really happy with how it turned out. If this is the first video in the series you're watching, there's 12 more to watch. I take this thing right from when I got it, when it was beat up and wore out, to how it sits now. I think it looks great. I think it looks how Honda intended. I'm really happy with it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll have more stuff coming up at some point. Bye for now.